In today's video, we're going to clean up this hub and put this rim back together. Let's get busy. Okay, so we're going to start out by tearing apart this hub here. Here's a little close-up. Got spanner wrenches here that are nice and thin to get in there and loosen up the bolts, the lock nuts. So you're going to do the first breakaway from the torque on these nuts just by on both sides there, and then you're going to come along and loosen the side locking nut from the cone. Okay, right here I got a magnet and I'm just kind of pulling out the bearings. Once I get all the bearings out, I'm going to clean them up and then I'll start cleaning up the hub. Okay, you're going to flip it over and do the same with the other side. Again, these magnets are pretty cool. They're basically, when you're a mechanic, they're great for pulling out just exactly what I'm doing here, the ball bearings out from the hub. I've had a lot of times where I've tried to pull them out without a magnet and they get away from me, and then I end up losing bearings, and then I have to try to find a replacements. And you go down to certain bike shops and some of those bike shops won't even have bearings, or they won't give you any bearings. So now you can take a look here a little bit closer at the hub. It's a bit dirty in there, but after I clean it up, we'll take a look at it again. And here's the other side. We're going to take a look at it too. And once I do clean it up, I'm going to check it and see if there's any grooves from the bearings in there that and potentially causing damage to the hub. If there is damage to the hub, then I would just end up getting a new one. And I don't know if you could see that or not, but it's pretty clean. So I'm going to go ahead. I've already cleaned these. I've used some WD-40 on them, and I just cleaned them up a little bit there. Okay, this is my favorite grease right here. This is Phil's waterproof grease. This is for ball and roller bearings. And I tell you, this stuff is really, really good. I have no complaints with it. I've been using this particular grease for 15 years. You're going to want to really get a lot of grease in there because these bearings are loose. The grease is going to hold on to the bearings. Okay, so this here is the shaft. I'm just going to put it back in. It looks really good too. And I'm sure that's not the actual nomenclature of it, but hey, whatever. So these bearings, man, they'll really get away from you if you're not careful. And just kind of speed up the process here. Alright, so once I got the one side done, I shouldn't have any issues with the bearings coming out. So now I'm just going to fill up the other side with grease as well. And I'll just speed up the camera here real quick to put the bearings in. Bearings are pretty easy to get away from you if you're not careful. So just take your time with this part and make sure you're not going to lose these bearings. All right. Well, now I think it's pretty much time to put the cone and lock nut back on. So the cool thing about this particular hub that I'm using here, this XT, the Shimano XT, is the one of the cones does not loosen up. I've had it in the past where some of the cones has loosened up on both sides, and then I made the mistake of actually taking off both cones. When you do that, to get it balanced back into the hub correctly, it's quite the pain in the ass. So make sure you're just taking off one side of the lock nut and cone. This is a pretty quick video today. It's just replacing the bearings, or actually just cleaning up the hub and re-greasing the bearings and putting it all back together. I didn't want to spend too much time on a beautiful day like today editing videos, so I decided to just do the front hub. And you know, a little bit shorter videos are better off anyway, because a lot of times I know I watch videos while I'm on my lunch break and I only get a half hour, so I want to try to get in as many videos as I can. So I'm going to try to make it where all my videos are much shorter than the standard 10. It seems like 15 to 20 minutes now. I'd like to get back to the between 5 and 10 minute time frames. Anyway, I'm really appreciative of you watching my video today. If you like this video, please smash that like button, and please subscribe. Thanks for biking with me.
Still saying, gotta have some fun on the downhill, right? Oh shit!